of my blade, just like the rest.
I have no idea what he's saying. Or what he's talking about. So I need to place 2 more Talmancy beacons and to kill more of the forces here. So you can actually engage those. Cool statue. For Rozzeleth, for the rebellion. You know, them constantly changing out every couple of seconds isn't really going to give them much training. Just kind of weird. Okay, engage. Part of me is kind of hoping that, well, it wouldn't make sense if the Legion resurrected the dead, you know. What we did in the dungeon would probably have, you know, shaken them loose of it all. But I was just thinking it would be cool if, seriously, that looks like a fucking pylon. Basically, you know, the undead of Blackrock Hold turn up to, you know, help us at some stage. Just the idea of that is cool. You know, they may be long since dead, but they're still wanting to fight the good fight. It appeals to me on a certain level, but I'm not sure if it would fit lore and all that. Did I miss some stuff? It's either down there. It is. Well, alright. First thing you gotta learn, kids. Gotta learn to jump. And you gotta learn how to take a fall. How these have withstood the ravages of time, I'll never know, considering they're made of wood. The stone here makes sense, but the wood? No. The books? No. They weren't kept inside, they're left out in the weather. That's the logical part of it all. I'm thinking that I could actually probably make a fair bit of, I could probably still get points, even if I wasn't saving them up. Like, you know all the essences I'm saving here. It may actually be a good, better idea for me to use them all, as I'm getting them. But part of me kind of wants to hold on to them in hopes, oh, it'll be more profitable for me to wait for the extra resources. Also, Silgrin sends his regards, one of them says. Considering the Game of Thrones reference I heard just 5 seconds ago, I can't help but think that's, you know, the Lannisters send their regards. And Divine Sword. Hammer. And, you know, we'll beat up on you, Moonblade. Die, foul-sworn traitor. He's got a cool sword. I swear you can get that in, Burn Crusade. It's not a bad blade. Or you at least get some like it. Once again, I am a peace. Okay, we're done here. And nothing there I care too much for, so we'll just heart. I was hoping for some quick way back because, like the how we got back to last time, we just got phone back. Wonder if we're going to see much more of the dragon here. And here, fort message. Your new owl has not gone unnoticed. I do not know where you found such band, but I had to hide my pleasure at their progress infiltrating the promenade. The mood here is increasingly disturbed. The nobles no longer have any illusion they can avoid a fight. Elsan will not allow them to stand idly by while Surmar is overrun by outlanders. Not to assume victory just yet, my friend. Be cautious and be strong. I'll see you soon. 1 second. And I'm back. So you need to tap back there every once in a while. Oh, I can't wait till I have alts, you know, coming up through these levels, seeing the other order halls. I'm really looking forward to that. My only thing is nice. My only thing is will I have time? Like, you know, or will they be changing it in a coming expansion, so I mightn't be able to access the contents that I would be able to now. Like, I'll somehow miss out because I'm not having the alts already there, you know? I hope that won't be the case. Oh, excuse me. I hope that won't be the case.
By my blade.
How goes the search? Excellent. The knowledge in these books should prove very useful in the days to come. I don't think I read the titles of all of them, sadly. But you could probably go back and pause it and check yourselves if you want to see them, or check Wellhead. They'll probably have the titles there. And Learning from the Dead is the name of the quest. The trainees you helped cannot seem to stop talking about their fighting prowess. Already they are passing along what you taught them. I appreciate your help in this. Well, first you gotta have a magic sword called Ashbringer, and it'll just turn your enemies ash. Oh, that's awesome. Where can I get one? There's only one, and he's too awesome for us to kill. Oh. That's what I assumed the conversation went. These weapons should become quite useful in the coming conflict. These weapons should prove quite useful in the coming conflict. Well done, hero.
Respect magic. The Shalderai.
Just alt tab. Recording locally. Recording locally. Line across, line up, line that way. That's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just worried something's about to explode. We are out of time, and reports that Pitlord is coming to Merdil. I've dispatched a strike force. We cannot let this demon flank our army here, nor can we let him find Shalran. It is time to temper these recruits in real battle. We'll join our forces in Merdil and engage the demon, and help us ensure this new army of ours is not lost in its first conflict. Or Rozzeleth. He seeks to crush the rebellion, and fuse the Pitlord tusk. Already a powerful demon, Rozzeleth appears to have absorbed a lot of ancient mana while stationed in Surmar. Severed from his foul form, his tusk comes with it. And I could sell it for 100. Okay, and here's the strike force. There's him and like 5 people. I'm just gonna keep moving. Come, we must stop the Pitlord before it discovers Shalran. And she's shouting, no, no, no. I said form ranks. Form ranks. He's already pretty weakened, but that. Yeah, these have no chance. To be honest, it's amazing they survived this long as is. Done. He's immune. Monster. Ow. Got out too late. Cut it way too close. I don't need to kill them, but it's... Oh, there's a mailbox here that's usable. Useful. It was just kind of like a should on principle. Plus, loot. They're Felguard Raiders, minions of what's-its-face. Okay, and they actually managed to kill one by themselves. Trial by Demon Fire. And the 2 of them, they're there to help out, which is good. In fact, she was actually... one of the 2, her trainer, were trying to tank the thing by themselves. Terrible idea. Leave it to the, person with the demon killing blade. In all honesty, they could probably just send me, but not very much training then for the newbies, is it? Well done. Sometimes a single victory is enough to bring an army together. With time, these recruits will train others, and we can grow our army to many times this size.
Farewell.
Ooh. A few more ancients turned up. And some equipment. Just a quest back at Shal'Aran. Really, since they had spies around here, I wouldn't be surprised if they already knew about Shal'Aran. Especially with the portal open right above it. They're trying to be stealthy, but they're not really working very well. Can't even give A for effort. And surprisingly enough, no load screen. Surprisingly.
One day
A united front. Our rebel fighters have been armed and morale is high. Even the lions and horde elves have ceased their squabbling. We are nearly ready to march in the city. Hand out this week's fruit, and then we can begin preparations.
we are only as
Weak.
strong
Okay. Curious. Where is the guy? Subject 16 kind of got forgotten about.
Night well nourished.
He was relevant earlier, but that was it. You know, stop being relevant now. Well, like he was important to one or a few quests, I think, and now he's just, you know, it's moved on. He's still there, but he stopped being anyway relevant. Probably kind of wants to see what happens when you throw the grapes at them, you know. You saved me once before in the city. Now this, it is more than I deserve.
Greetings.
The time has come, and so have I. Thanks to your efforts, and a lot of effort on the part of our new army, the Nightfallen are prepared for battle. What is more, we've managed to evacuate nearly all the civilians between here and Astravar Harbour. I have drafted plans that can lead our combined forces through the city and take the harbour. Can you deliver these plans to Varisa, Tyrande, and Liadrin?
Be careful,
Liadrin. Ooh, my one of my followers. Shouldn't she be busy on a mission? I am her boss after all. Funny. It would be awkward if it worked that way. Suddenly, just gonna plus important NPC isn't available because you sent them off on a job. Then you log off, wait a few hours, you come back into the game, then accidentally send them off on the job again, without realizing that you needed them for a quest. Thus, you can continue for even longer. You call that a fighting stance? Any elf in this camp could rip you apart with you in that stance.
How about that?
To be honest, I just kind of I'm getting confused about with you in that stance. I was just like, are they ripping them apart? Like, I keep thinking of it as they're ripping a person apart with themselves, like rather than with a sword or whatnot. Also, this is the guy I was thinking of when I saw the other guy at the Blackrock Hole. That's what they did somewhere name. Okay. Liadrin. There you are.
Anaria Shala.
I already read that. Your leaders need to get their heads in the game. Varisa is so obsessed with her desire for revenge against the Horde that we cannot trust her flank to her. Tyrande is a sentinel. She knows little of war in this type of battlefield. While her scouting is useful, she should recluse to Kaldarai from the main assault. My Blood Knights are the only ones capable to carry the weight of this conflict. Plans from Tal'Risara.
All rebels are ready for battle. Impressive. Let us see what they can do.
She also has a cool sword, which I could get that. I don't think I can. And I'm fucking jealous and angry. She's got that retribution aura. Meh. I'm glad to see a friendly face on this battlefield, Palnai. It is hard for me to walk again in Surmar. 10,000 years have passed since my feet last felt the grass of this land. Back then, we were fleeing the Burning Legion. Never believed I'll return to the place of my birth, to wrest it from the grasps of those I once believed were my people.
So the time has come to march an army upon the city of my birth. May a moon grant us a quick end to this conflict.
Meh. Oh, if it's any consolation, it's, you know, it meant to be over, you know, by now. 7.2 and all.
Greetings.
I never thought I would share a camp with the Kaldorai, but desperate times, desperate measures. She's a high elf.
Aldiel Shala.
Good. We do not have the numbers to hold this place for long. The sooner we press on, the better. So, Khadgar.
is much to be done.
Well, with these plans and a little luck, we might be able to get through this with far less collateral damage than I would have expected. Rozzeleth managed to get all three to agree on to the same thing. I'm impressed with her skills in negotiation. Alright, hero. Adrian is already marching on Surmar. Join our forces. Tyrande will flank the city defenders and meet you deeper in. The Nightborn will bring up the rear and hold the territory for us. Oculus and I will move the Kirin Tor forces to Astravar Harbour. With luck, we will see you on the other side. I can choose between these two, and I get a corrupted Nightborn matrix. And this looks good. Well, just like this quest is gonna be good. What is that? Don't do that. Like it's you know it's like it's coming up to the end. It's gonna be some good. It's like the end of the quest chain. Next, Nighthold. Calgar's Pocket Warmer, an ancient elemental core, useful for mundane purposes while finding the proper way to utilize its magic. It's good, but what I have, it does increase the damage of judgment, but I'm sticking with what I have. Headpiece of the Orient Cycle. Yes. Damn. Apparently I lose 4 item levels if I put that in. But even though it's better than the Forlorn, the Ambition and Forlorn, I would actually gain 2 item levels. Headpiece of the Orient Cycle. Entrusted to the Priestess Tyrande since the War of the Ancients. And now we're shoving it into a sword. Yeah, 2 item levels for the 851. And I'll lose 4 for the 870. I think it's just a typo. Well, not a typo, but a mistake. On the game's behalf. On the game's part. So I could choose that, and I would get an upgrade from it. Corrupted Nightborn Matrix, 250 artifact power. The intricate Nightborn talisman has been twisted and corrupted for nefarious deeds. It would be better to drain the power for a better purpose.
Farewell.
Cinderai and Shalderai, take the promenade and hold it against our foes. Once we have that, the Calderai ride ahead and take the concourse.
He's meant to be yelling that, but he's actually saying it quite possibly. March on Surmar City. I need an appropriate mount for this. Give me a second. Oh, I can't mount. I'm actually in battle. Well, fuck. Gotta ruin my fun, don't you? I have to defeat the Promenade's defenders who suddenly appeared. Here up to 5 seconds ago. Expecting a clear run because of that. That's why I was dawdling and joking around there. Christ, I've gotten a fair bit of loot there for myself. And heal. And despite doing a scenario, I actually still got the aid of that guy. My bodyguard. Surprising. I know he helps in outdoor areas, I just didn't think this would count as one. Ooh, more knights charging. Champion, come. Join my Cinderai as we crush this. Should not be boss. Come, join my thing if you want. Okay. Yeah, she's just marching down the central line. And she's just over there. Again, with abilities I'm now lacking. This person is terrible at fighting. She's like striking the air. I know it's she was in the middle of a move and so the person moved away, but it's still funny to see. First, Arcanist Rozzeleth. She's actually joining in. Rozzeleth. I can't say her name.